Hey guys, and welcome back to the newest episode of Lost Gaming. Alright, so we're picking up right where we left off last time. I'm going to go ahead and get everybody buffed up before this next round of fights starts. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a boss fight if it's the one I'm thinking it is. It's actually a pretty big one. And I'm not sure that this is actually a good idea because it's probably going to cancel off all of my buffs before the fight starts, but oh well. Let's get everybody healed up. It's good enough. Alright, let's go. Go ahead and jump right on in. Okay, so it's not the fight I thought it was. As you can see, nothing really to it. Virus core M. Let's data drain it one more time. Let's see what we get from it. Sinner's Axe. Interesting. Don't remember if that's any better or worse than some of what we've already got.
Data measurement. Mission completed. Good work.
All right, let's go back to route.
Okay, so that's taken care of. Just gonna run around here a little bit just to kind of show off everything again. I don't think we ever looked at all of this. But here are the weapons that are in here. So I mean, as you can see, some pretty decent equipment. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it's pretty much similar to what the best we could really get in the last volume was. Magic Shop. Let's go ahead and get a few more of these while we're here. As always, need more speed charm. This is a great one if you haven't been able to keep up with your equipment. This is basically a scroll for fall rep. It heals everyone to their max. I mean, you really can't get too much better than that. And then the rest are summon spells. And over here at the potion shop, restores HP to max. Restores SP to max. Don't need any more of those. We kind of got everybody with plenty of those. Let's get these back up. Got enough money now that I can afford to get some of these items back up to a more manageable level. I think that's really all we've got for right now. So let's log out and let's see what all has triggered since we finished that dungeon. No board messages. We've got news and we've got mail. So let's look at the news real quick. Okay, so this is saying that some electronic medical equipment at a hospital became non-functional. Unfortunately, there were no patients seriously affected. But yeah, I mean, you can just imagine that if all the electronic equipment at a hospital went down, even for a little bit, that there's going to be some
It's the hospital.
issues. And then right there at the end, that's the hospital that Orca's at. So his best friend is in a little bit of a danger. Alright, so now we've got pretty much the final breakdown of what the virus cores are. So you can at least have an idea of where you've got to go to get what. And we'll log back in, because this should trigger something new now. Yep, there we go.
Did you read the news about the Misato University Hospital? It's related, isn't it? I keep thinking, what if something like that happened at the hospital where Kazu...
Yeah,
What do you mean, yeah?
I feel the same way. I want to get rid of the wave from this world right now. But we're all finally on the same team. I'm sure it'll work. We shouldn't get impatient.
I know that, but Kazu and Orca are...
Orca is all right, so...
Hey, is the hospital that Orca is it...
And you can see he didn't really want to talk about that. See what she's got for trade, just so I'm kind of curious. Nothing really there, but... And I don't really think I've got anything to give her anyway. I don't. Alright, so... Something I wanted to do is, here we go. Because we've reset, we've got to go through all of this again. Let's see what we get. This one ought to max out pretty much. Seeing what all we get. Definitely maxed out. Doing pretty good, getting pretty solid amount of items from the real books. I mean, not bad. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Some of these real books are easier to clear than others. Doesn't really look like there's anything there, just because there's only a few people left. I'm just trying to see if I run into a character I haven't already registered, because there aren't really that many here.
As I pondered, there seems to be a strange room in Sigma, Screaming Wind Sands Fate Castle. You may be able...
Alright, so there's our next level. So, let's... Other server, off to Sigma server. So now let's add a party up. Let's take... Well, we've got to build her up some more.
Thank you so...
So, because we've got a unique thing that we've got to do for her towards the end of this. Now, if we're going to take her, let's take Gardenia.
It's you.
And
Yes, how
I'll give her this mostly just to get it out of my inventory.
Thank you very...
And
What?
pretty much this. Okay, I thought I had something for her, but I clearly don't. So
Black Rose.
got to take Black Rose. So sorry, Terajima. I'll work on maxing out your stuff later.
Okay.
Alright, there she is. So now let's try again. And as I said before, pretty much every story gate is going to require... Oh boy. So I've got everything but J. Which means we have got to go back to Omega server, and we've got to start grinding enemies. This is why this part of the game, part of the series, is an annoyance. Let's just try to find something relatively low level. If I see something 73 again, probably the one I do, just because I don't want it too hard. And you want to get, if I'm remembering the email just a few minutes ago correctly, I should need small enemies. There we go. This ought to be... So we've got to get at least 2 J virus cores before we can proceed with the story. And this is actually going to work out fairly decent because we've got wandering enemies. Ooh boy. First aid. And crap. Well, that did not go nearly how I expected it to. Well, balls. Alright, well that means that's kind of glad why I'm doing this on an emulator. Because I can just do that, and we are at least back here. So, that was not expected. But, as I've said before, I am doing this literally as I play, and there is no editing, there's no... So, you guys get to see when I screw up. Happens a lot. But, oh well. It doesn't really affect you that bad.
And
And kind of skip through this again. Alright, so we know what's going to trigger now, because we just did it literally a few minutes ago. Alright, there's our email and our news. Yeah, so I was right, I need small size monsters on Omega server, which kinda sucks, but it is what it is, and we'll be able to figure it out. In the meantime, let's see, do I have enough stuff to...
Did you?
Well, let's get through this first. Come on. We watched this last time.
Hey.
Fortunately, I can't skip this.
What? You want to trade?
Alright. So we talk to him to go ahead and get our next. Alright. Now I need to see just a little something. And actually, so it looks like I've got enough if I just do these first. So let's do 4 cordyceps. And 18 golden eggs.
Baby, baby!
There we go.
Thank you, baby. Thanks to you, I've gotten all big, baby. On Saturday night, once I get started, you can't stop me, baby.
We got the Rocker Grunty. And
Baby.
he's got some decent summon spells. Light head armor, level 92. Let's see what all we've got that we can get rid of some stuff. So I got an angel chain.
Baby.
Next, let's take a look at this. Level 92 light body armor. So it's robes. It's pretty good. That's some pretty decent spells there. Not a bad weapon. That not so much needed. However, we do want to get so no, we're not going to do that. But I mean, we don't really need as many of these as we got.
Baby.
So I mean, that's at least helping us get some decent stuff that we can actually use.
Baby.
And sometimes this is why grinding out and getting a lot more than what you really need is super helpful.
Baby.
Because now we've got some good light equipment. And next, we're going to log out. If I do it this way, I might actually be able to do what I wanted to do in the first episode and raise all the grunties. Alright, so he needs 3 cordyceps. And I'm going to give him every single one of these that we can. And then I've got to give him one more of something, and hopefully not screw with his stats too far from where they're at. This looks like it's probably going to be the closest we've got. We might get the wooden grunty here. We did. Woody grunty.
I feel like a new man. Don't worry. Let an old man repay his...
Noble wine. Great little item there. HP and SP to max. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Somebody is getting this ASAP. Probably give that to... Let's see. Do I have anything that is sensibly I've got? Let's see, I can get rid of that. Just trying to think of some stuff that I can kind of clear out of my inventory. And one last one. Nah, I'm not going to do that. However, I will go ahead and use golden grunty and silver grunty. Now we're going to log out one more time. Log back in. And find some grunty food that I don't care about. Because... let's see here. What do I have the most of? Immature Exidias. So to size of 40. Because it doesn't really matter. Mon ami! And Noble Grunty. Which means when we log out now, we should be getting an email. Well, we should have gotten an email that said the grunty races were now available. And this is one that I have not ever completed. Alright, so if we talk to them about the flag race, it is recommended that you use the Woody Grunty. And this is just... it just sucks. Right, and your order should be red, green, purple. Now the only thing about this is you can do it a lot and quickly because it's not a big race. Alright, so we got third place. We've got to beat 826. Alright, and so the items that you get, so I'm just going to pause for just a second. And so for your first time getting third place is the Emperor's Soul. And it can be won 3 times. For second place it's Silver Grunty, and first place is Golden Grunty. As always, 3 times each. After that, first place gets you a Thunder Call, third place gets you a Summon Knight, and third place gets you a Divine Cross. Divine Cross is probably the best thing that you can actually get. Just because, I mean, heals everyone for free.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's see if we can improve any. Now that I kind of know what where the flags are a little better. Little improvement. So, still got to get a lot more down to get first and second. And I mean, and this is just, it's always the same thing. You've just got to practice at this over and over and over again. And eventually, you'll get it. See, that time didn't do so good. Means I get a fortune wire. However, this episode is now nearing 30 minutes long, so we are going to call this a day. We're gonna, well, before we go, well, let's always save first, just because annoying if the game crashes on me while I'm doing this next part. Let's take a look here. Got the Twilight Guardian. Probably the one I'm going to keep. That one's not bad. So, we're going to stick with this one. Just because I like that hack sign. Now, that's our music. Oh, that's right, I didn't redo. So, that'll be something we do next time as well. So, I will see you guys next time. See you then.